What's going on, everyone? We are going to go over the NASDAQ futures. We're going to look at today's price action. We're going to talk a lot about what happened today because kind of a funny little day. I don't know how many of you guys kind of watched pre-market. You guys watch overnight session, but market was down pretty big when I woke up this morning. And I looked at the charts and I thought, wow, this is going to be that just massive leg down here. You know, market's been in distribution for quite some time and that's it, right? You know, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket is what I basically thought. And to my surprise, which, you know, is it a real big surprise? Not really. Because here's the theory, and here's the way that I kind of learned to trade, right? Before we actually get into the prices and we get into the sticks here, the way I learned to trade is if you have a huge gap down, you'd never want to really short into that gap down, right? Wait for a nice bounce intraday, typically into 4-hour or 60-minute supply, get short off that, short through the lows. If the market's going to continue to be weak. Same thing if the market is strong and it's gapping up. Vice versa, you don't want to really chase that long. Now, with futures, trading prop firms, people being able to take 2-point scalps, 1-point scalps, 5-point scalps, yeah, we can kind of chase that momentum, but the overall bigger macro picture is you typically don't get short when the market is gapping down. And if you kind of look at what was happening today, the range really started to expand. 659 points from top to bottom. You can see we kind of flushed out yesterday's low. Not only did we flush out yesterday's low, but we flushed out this low from February the 17th. And we came just a little shy of coming in contact with this low from February. Now, where does that leave us? Notice these two yellow lines that are here. This is your 200-day moving average. This is the area I absolutely thought that we were going to come down and test. We did not get there. This level is definitely still on the table. Now that this whole demand zone of this 150-day moving average has been broken, this is still on the table. But the bulls did show some resilience. If you look at the daily candle, there is a massive wick here with a massive hammer candle. Now, in another type of situation, if the market was, let's say, over the 50-day moving average, this would be a, you know, full risk on. Let's swing this overnight. Let's put on a bunch of options for Friday's expiration and let's ride this puppy. But, okay, there's always a but. Look at all of the supply that we have ahead. You can see all of the areas that we've gotten rejected. The 20 simple moving average, the 5, the 10. We're still trading below the 5, 10 simple day moving averages, which is telling you for the short time, the sellers are still in control. So even though we did have a nice little dead cat bounce today off that overnight selling pressure, they didn't do much, okay? Now, there's some individual names, some individual stocks inside of the NASDAQ 100 that are going to look okay if we do confirm, if they do confirm today's highs. But for the majority of the NASDAQ, you know, majority of the NQ futures here, we still have to be playing this with a lot of caution. So if we look at the 1-hour chart, and I kind of want to open things up a little bit here so we can see some zones that we can potentially play. Okay, now today was a pretty good day. I was able to catch a lot of things on the short side off the open, because if you kind of look at the 1-hour chart, let me make sure this is all zoomed in here. If you kind of look at this 1-hour chart, we did have a washout through that overnight low, and I was able to catch Tesla as well as the Qs. So very, very good trades for me. We did about $500 on Apex. On Apex for prop firms. Again, if you guys want Apex evaluations, 90% off right now. You can get a trailing drawdown account for $19. You can get an end of day drawdown for $29. So your choice is yours. You can use code DAnthony. The link is down in the description box below. So let's kind of recap. You know, after we got this double bottom, we started to bounce. Okay, and it was a pretty good bounce. You know, I have to give the bulls some credit, right? I mean, they're trying, and considering everything that's going on, especially in Iran and everything else, you know, they're like doing whatever they can to just not let this market completely fall. I mean, if I just go to the weekly chart, just really quick, I hate to break train of thought, but if I go to the weekly chart, For me personally, the faster we can get down to 23,000, the better, right? Like if we can get just, a 1 week washout into 23,000, I would be a very, very happy camper, because that would be like the dead cat bounce. I would be looking to play to the long side here. Notice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We are essentially just creating a bear flag, right? We're really not getting out of our way to the long side, and we're just not giving it up yet. You would think, right? And again, I think a lot of people are thinking this is just an easy short, right? Now, again, keep this in mind. You definitely, if you do have a long portfolio, you want to put some hedges on. Maybe go 2-3 weeks out with some QQQ puts or even SPY puts, just to kind of protect that portfolio a little bit. But a lot of people are expecting, us to just fall off the cliff. And for whatever reason, the market is showing a little bit of, I'm not going to say resilient. It's the wrong word. I need to, I would need to think longer of what to use here. They're just confused, right? They're very, very confused. And it would be too much of an easy cash grab for the little retail trader like myself and yourself to just, throw on everything short and make a bunch of money, right? So they're going to make it a little bit more difficult for us. However, we are getting some levels that, excuse me, that are starting to firm up. We're definitely going to keep an eye on this double bottom, okay? From the weekly chart to daily chart, we've got to keep our eyes below the price of 24,204. If we get below that, it's close your eyes and short the market and make a bunch of money and just pray that it goes in one straight line. Because if we lose that level, there's going to be a lot of momentum that's going to come rushing in behind us. Now let's get back into that 60-minute view chart here. You can see bottom linear regression held yesterday, bottom linear regression held today. The problem, we are bouncing into a lot of supply. So again, if you kind of go back, 4 or 5 days here, we put in a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This market is steadily staircasing its way down, okay? Big aggressive move down, dead cat bounce. Big aggressive move down, dead cat bounce. Big aggressive move down, dead cat bounce. So if the narrative still plays out, you get a little bit of consolidation here going into tomorrow, and you should be looking at Thursday, Friday, one more leg down. Now, pause. If we don't get that big leg down and we actually put in a higher low, then on this 60-minute chart would be setting up somewhat, not a perfect, but somewhat of a inverse head and shoulders. Okay, so being shoulder here, head action here, little bit of a pullback here. Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback in consolidation into Wednesday, Thursday, and then maybe we start to hold coming back up. Now, we did hit the weekly expiration expected move. So normally when we hit that expected move in the options market, normally we finish inside price. With that being said, since we hit that expected move to the downside, what we could potentially be looking at for the rest of this week is a lot of chop action to the upside. Not really saying we're going to take out this high, right? This high from Monday or this high from last week, last Friday and Thursday. But we could just see some bounce and we could see some chop, right? And kind of stay fitted inside that expected move. And then maybe it's next week we get this new leg down, okay? Again, now if we don't get that leg down, then we can be looking at the upsides. And the first upside I want to target is Monday's highs here, sitting at around 25,000. Again, you can kind of take this for context. Under 25,000 right now, this market still remains a sell-sided market into supply. Over 25,000, again, it's not a risk-on market, but maybe we can look a little bit more to the long side off those opening drive momentum style trades. Again, hope you guys enjoy the context of this video. If you do, make sure to hit the bell notification. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are smashing the thumbs up button. And again, if you guys need Apex evaluations, you can use my discount code DAnthony. That link is in the description box below. Save 90% off right now with those evaluation accounts. I'll see everyone on the next video.